Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's endgame. Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. All right, so this one right here, last week I finished second place in a rogue tournament, and yeah, I actually enjoy the rogue format mostly because it gives me a chance to test my deck building with certain cards being gone. One of them, in fact, being Fusion Destiny, so I have to learn how to play without that. No Dark Angel, so we can't do Dark Angel lock. And also, no Dark Law, so I have to build my deck quite a bit differently. And right here, you see that I start off with my Ferris combo. Droll is really heavy in this format, so in my deck build, I'm playing 3 Poly and 3 Denier so that I can, increase my chances of opening up like this. Because, as long as I open up with Ferris and either Mally or Denier, I can still make DPE into their Droll and Lock boards, as long as I don't search before I go get my Poly. So right there, you'll see I'm about to do it. And I was actually trying to see if there was a way that I could also make Dystopia with Dread Decimator, but I couldn't actually do it, so it's all good. We're gonna go ahead and bring out the Wonder Driver there. We're going to activate Denier's effect, put them back on top. Then we are going to polymerization here so that we can go ahead and at least get our DPE out so that we can have some interruptions. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out my DPE. And yeah, just like DPE is really good in a format like this. And since we special summon him into the Wonder Driver zone, we'll go ahead and be able to set that. So, we have 2 interruptions on my opponent's turn to be able to play the game. Also, we have Droplet. So our hand was actually really, really, really good. And like I said, I enjoy playing this format. It gives me the chance to play against different kind of decks and see different kind of strategies. And because the Mally was going to be on top, I just go ahead and banish and special summon it out because I don't want to draw it for turn. And sometimes I forget to do that. I'm pretty sure everybody else forgot to do that a couple of times, but I remembered not to do it this time. So he's going to start off with Pot of Prosperity, and usually I wouldn't ash it, but since he just started off his turn with it immediately and he's going to go ahead and banish 6, I figured that he's looking for some kind of way to do stuff. And also, I don't know what he's playing, so I figure it's just better to go ahead and ash here before it ends up being something that nothing else ashable. So he's going to try to Book a Moon, my DPE. I'm going to go ahead and chain DPE's effect, go ahead and get him off the board before he does something like spins him or something like that. And it turns out he is playing ninjas. So he puts 2 of them out on the board, and then he's going to contact fuse into this one right here, whose name I cannot think of. But yeah, he's got an effect during the battle phase, and yeah, he's able to special summon and do all kinds of stuff. I think he can negate and stuff too. So he's checking Wonder Driver to see if he has any other effects or anything. And I think he was asking about him being him dying and about the special summon effect. And checking my graveyard, and I think he's trying to decide whether to attack into the Wonder Driver or the Mally. He's going to declare an attack. And, I'm going to allow the decoration of attack to go through, say it's fine. And during a damage step, so that he cannot chain or activate the effects of it, I'm going to go ahead and chain the drip in the damage step, send in the Mally so that he can't activate the ninja's effect. And this will halve his attack to 12, 1250 or something like that, so that he dies to the Wonder Driver. He can't chain the effect since I sent the monster, and yeah, he's just going to go ahead and scoop him up after that because, his monster, his ace in the hole is dead. We got DP in the grave, and yeah, so now going into game 2, thinking about ninjas, I'm not really too sure what all they do. But I do assume that he's going to, be going first in this matchup. So I go ahead and, side deck accordingly. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure it's a trap deck. and stuff. So, you know, I put in my evenly matches. I put in my turtle just in case, you know, I'm not like, it's just easier to get rid of that monster like that. I assume that he doesn't summon or add a bunch of times because I think like they set stuff directly to the field. So I'll go ahead and take out Droll, but of course I leave in like the side and trap removal cards like Lightning Storm, Evenly Match, Harpy's Feather Duster. And then also, since I'm not going first, I side out my 2 trap cards. Like I'm playing Protector of the Elements, mostly because like in that final, when we do like our normal, you know, favorite contact combo and stuff, we end on the Shadow Mist play. But since Dark Law is banned in this format, I needed something else to bring out instead. So I decided I would do Spirit of the Neos with Protector of the Elements. So, you know, that was like part of my inboard during this tournament. And I actually like would have went undefeated, but like in one of the games, like there was time called and I forgot I'd activated the Hero Lives, and you know, I ended up losing the game because I didn't activate my favorite contact. And he got lucky off of this Light Sworn effect monster that, you know, popped one of my cards during a damage step, and it popped my favorite contact, which was my fault too because I flipped it up and activated it and forgot that it was during a damage step. So yeah, we ended up losing that game. Part dumb luck and then partly my mistake also as well. So yeah, going into game 2 here, he's going to start off with Pride of Prosperity again. I'm just trying to figure out kind of what the cards do. And yeah, because I remember like Hanzo, I figured was like their main thing, and I know that the green one, it sets cards too, so I figured that like Pot of Prosperity was like his only card that really adds things to his hands, or at least, you know, that was my thought process since I'm not too familiar with the ninja archetype. And, you know, one of the other things I like about the Rogue format tournaments is like I play against decks like this that I've never played against, and I can actually learn what they do. Because at regionals, you know, you never know what you're going to face in the first couple of rounds. And, you know, it's good to have this knowledge of playing against the deck and, you know, kind of learning what it tries to do, what it likes to do, especially because like in this format, ninjas aren't really hit. So, you know, basically anything that they would do in the, you know, in a regular tournament, they're able to do in this tournament as well. So yeah, there goes the Hanzo, sets the trap, special summons the insect, and he's going to contact fuse the Hanzo in another face down. I believe it was a face down ninja to special summon this out. And I actually didn't read my opponent's cards. I know that he has the duplication there, and I don't think I knew that insect had the effect to negate a monster effect. So yeah, we're going to start off our turn with a Hero Lives here, and he's going to chain the fusion ninjas effect to go ahead and special summon a ninja face down from his deck. And I'm of course going to special summon our boy Stratos. We actually opened up with the mass change. Otherwise I would have went into Shadow Mist to go ahead and get the mass change. And yeah, he's going to activate the insects effect to go ahead and negate my monster effect. Like I said, I didn't actually read the card before I started activating stuff. Did not realize it had a monster negate. So yeah, he got me with that one. And I think like what we decided to go ahead and, so he has to activate it. You know, he has to flip something face up and then flip him face down in order for his effect to work, I believe. And now, you know, I know he's got 2 back rows. I know that one of them is duplication, so I'm trying to force that out as well as destroy stuff on his board. I'm going to announce battle phase, and he is going to contact fuse into another fusion monster. And I can't remember exactly what this one did, but I remember I wanted to go ahead and try to force things out, and he's going to activate its effect. I believe it would have bounced or destroyed my Strato, so I'm going to chain mass change, let him know what blast does. I'm going to half the attack of his the first one that he contact fused. I can't think of the name, and yeah, that way during the battle phase I have the ability to destroy either one of them. He's going to flip up the ninja duplication, which, you know, I was waiting for. It's a continuous trap card, so in order for it to resolve, it needs to stay on the board. So I chain blast effect, and I'm going to bounce that back to his hand. But ninja duplication tributes for cost, and because I have the attack of the other one, I'm just able to attack over it with Mass Hero Blast here. Then we're going to go into main phase 2, tribute the blast for our Ferris, and we're actually just gonna, you know, go combo here because, yeah, why not? We got the Crossout in hand in case he has anything to stop us. So yeah, at this point, you know, we're just adding, you know, something to the board because we weren't able to OTK him. Like, I had to force out the battle phase because I don't know what his trap cards are and I don't know exactly what they do. So, you know, I went ahead and, you know, battle phase, get rid of all his ninjas. That way, you know, most likely they don't have effects. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And, you know, one of the things, don't forget, like, I didn't have another hero in my hand to discard for Ferris, but don't forget that he gets his effect when you normally tribute summon him. So, you know, yeah, don't forget to use that sometimes if you have to. And, you know, like I said, we special summoned the Stratos, we special summoned the Blast, so we hadn't performed our normal summon that turn, so we were able to normal summon the Ferris. So yeah, now we are going to be able to make the DPE, and trap decks have such trouble against DPE because whatever they decide to set during the end phase, you know, we get to pick and choose to blow those things up. And, you know, even better, going here and going second and breaking his board, and now being able to pop whatever that card is that he has set didn't activate. And, you know, like, it didn't do anything, but at the same time, it's just like, it's free to just go ahead and blow it up. So, you know, why not? We are going to proceed to the end phase here. I was trying to see if there was anything else I wanted to do, to try to do, because we do have that dystopia option off in there, and I have the second poly. During the end phase, we go ahead and pop. It ends up being the other prosperity. We're going to bring back our DPE during the standby phase. He's going to activate, you know, another prosperity. This man, prosperity, absolutely loves him. He's going to do 6 again. And y'all about to see like a moment of one of my favorite cards. Like, I run this in almost all my hero decks. He's going to activate reinforcement of the army. And I was trying to remember if I'm running reinforcement inside this build because of all the prevalent draws, and I am. So we go ahead and cross out the reinforcement of the army, leaving him with no other options. And yeah, so we're going to pull off this 2-0 victory against ninjas here. And yeah, you just get to see a couple things there, you know, learn a couple things. Continuous spells and traps need to be out on the board. Bounce them back with blast if you have to. Tribute summon your Ferris if you absolutely have to. You know, even when you can't OTK your opponent with your heroes, like, force out all their stuff. Try to do your best you can. Force out all their interruptions and such, and then build your board afterwards if you have to. So yeah, appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next video. My wingman, he come through, he level up, he go cool, he's shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. We on top now. Here's a look at our world.